Short turnaround for both of these teams. They're back at it. We'll see how Minnesota handles the 2-3 zone of the Seahawks today.
There's Richard Pitino, his second season at the helm of Minnesota. We are ready to get this one going. Mo Walker jumping it up against Cedric Williams, and the tip belongs to the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington, who've been road warriors to start this year. 6 of their first 9 games on the road. They are 2-4 in those 6 road games this year.
And one of those games at Louisville against Rick Pitino, a game they made close in the end. So this team not afraid to be out on the road, as you see Ponder drill the opening shot.
Greg Ponder, the junior out of Bluefield, West Virginia, came in as a point guard to the Seahawks squad, but Kevin Keats has a different idea for him. He sees him more as a scorer, not a point.
And Coach Keats in a little bit of a pickle with not a true point guard, and Ponder's done an admirable job, but you see he's more comfortable on the wing. Couldn't have asked for a better start.
Carlos Morris on the drive, and the rebound pulled down by Addison Spruill for UNC Wilmington. They love to pace. Both of these teams, not a problem getting up and down the floor as Craig Ponder turns it over on the travel.
And pressure defense for Minnesota, one of the best in the country. How can UNC handle that? Minnesota going to be up in their jerseys the entire game. As you see, Carolina also likes to press. They're both Pitino disciples. A lot of up and down basketball this afternoon.
Each team leads their league in possessions per 40 minutes. North Carolina Wilmington averaging 73 possessions per 40 minutes of play. Minnesota 75 as Ponder drives and lays it in, and it's been the Craig Ponder show to start. He's got all 5.
Shows the dribble hesitation, gets to the rim. Weak defense there by Mo Walker. Kev, we're not going to see any shot clock violations today, I'll tell you that much.
These teams do not waste a lot of time. Here's King. Morris looking baseline. Andre Hollins to Walker, 15 to shoot. This is a long possession for Minnesota, and Walker cashes in.
Not too many big guys with the versatility of Walker. He shows us the left-handed baby hook. If he can make that shot, he's going to get paid to play this game.
Tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to UNC Wilmington. Walker over his last 4 games, just 15 points per game on plays like this inside. And
great pass by Hollins to get the big guy started early. 2 power dribbles. Very difficult to guard the baby hook.
There's Freddie Jackson backing out for a long jumper. And the rebound to Andre Hollins. Quick attack. Morris with the reverse. Beautiful in transition for Minnesota.
Coach Pitino told me that Morris brings more scoring, especially late in the shot clock. Second on the team and scoring a beautiful finish. But a bad shot by the Seahawks leads to a chippy at the other end for the Gophers.
The thing with Morris is he's so quick. You notice that quickness coming down the baseline there.
Yeah, the first time he saw him, he fell in love with him. A junior college player, knows how to score. Coaches never turn down a guy who can use their quickness to get to the rim.
Nice
got beat
bounce.
on the back door right there.
Nice bounce inside to Chuck Abota, whose defense right now considered to be ahead of his offense, but a nice play inside. DeAndre Matthew. He's been playing some good basketball for Minnesota, running the show. Hollins on the drive. The floater over Abota, and he got the roll.
You see the 2-3 zone by the Seahawks. You have to find a way to penetrate that with the dribble or the pass. The veteran Hollins with the floater. Nice play.
Quick in the attack again with ball movement. Spruill will have to back it out as Minnesota able to get gathered defensively.
Minnesota in the 2-3 zone, and the Seahawks have to show a lot of patience.
Ponder inside. That's his second turnover already, and he has been turnover prone. Over 3 per game already this year.
And you can't have the guy who's handling the ball the most making turnovers like that. They have 16 a game, which is worse than their conference, and that's a formula for disaster here in the barn against a team that leads the nation in steals.
Yeah, and a lot of possessions and a lot of turnovers. Not going to lead to a lot of wins.
They need to have under 10 if they're going to be in this game late, but not a good start. And you see so many unforced. It's not like the Gophers are taking it from them. Just not a really good passing team.
Freddie Jackson on the drive. 10 to shoot. Here comes Sproul. Fade away on the baseline is good for Addison Sproul. 12 points per game. Really struggled in their test against Louisville. Just 2 for 10 shooting.
Nice to see him get off to a good start. He's a full-grown man with big shoulders, and he has to come out and score 14 to 15 points for Coach Keats if they're going to be in this game. You see the wild pass once again. Nothing there.
Turnovers have been an issue, but UNC Wilmington has the lead. Minnesota wants to get the running game going. When they do, they're incredibly effective. The finish for Carlos Morris on the baseline.
If your house could talk.
Winter's here. You turn up my heat and dry out my air. I become shocking. My floors crack and peel. I dry out your skin and irritate your nose and throat. I make you sick. Ugh.
Your home suffering from winter dry air? Get an April Air whole home humidifier installed for soothing relief in every room. Say goodbye to winter dry with April Air. Visit aprilair.com.
If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever.
November 7, 2010. The day fans will remember forever. With time ticking down, Rick Noble was inches away from glory, but couldn't find daylight. He tried the cutback, the spin move, and going up the middle. There was only one option left. His now famous trick play, the triple fork Noble. And he scored.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Now all he needed was a beverage.
Hey, look, it's the State Farm guy.
Hans and Franz?
You pumped up our wallets with the discount double checking, so we want to pump you up.
Sorry, what?
Pull us, you flapping loser!
You'll thank us later.
Roll your boat! Gently down the loser stream. Doesn't this hurt?
Not with those puny arms.
It's a start.
Yeah, not bad.
Really?
Pump up your savings with a discount double check. State Farm.
A 9-6 lead for UNC Wilmington as we welcome you back to Williams Arena in Minneapolis alongside Jess Settles. I'm Kevin Kugler. Wilmington with the lead, Jess, but a bad sign early for the Seahawks. Already 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers in this game. It just cannot happen. Minnesota, one of the best stealing teams in the nation, and they turn steals into points. And you see the dribble drive by Ponder. Nowhere to go with the basketball. A very poor passing team. 16 turnovers a game. The one place in the country you can't have more than 10 to stay in a game. Coach Keats telling his guys at practice last night, protect the basketball. Easier said than done against this pressure.
Yeah, tough start. All 3 of those turnovers coming from the backcourt. Nothing inside yet for UNC Wilmington. DeAndre Matthew, who can force turnovers on his own. A steal in 16 straight games. Good entry pass to Walker inside with the finish and the foul.
You see the angle by the big fella. Gets him on his hip, puts it off the glass. He's been doing that all season long. The guards for Minnesota cannot leave him. Get the ball inside and play inside out. Mo Walker, Coach Pitino told me, he thinks is the best 5-man in the Big Ten. Obviously, Frank Kaminsky, not a true center, but Mo Walker getting it done inside.
Almost another turnover after the foul on Abota, his first for UNC Wilmington. And the Seahawks tied up now with the Gophers.
And it's not that they are a selfish team. UNC, they love to play with each other. The culture has changed here. It's just fundamentally not taking care of the basketball. To see Matthew, the best in the business, get another one.
The fadeaway may have gotten a piece Cedric Williams on that fade. And UNC Wilmington going the other way. Tough test today for Ponder against DeAndre Matthew. Williams, tough shot And that's a guy that they want to see more consistent as a scorer. Look at Walker. The big man running the floor, and he's fouled. How about the explosion of Mo Walker to the other end, going end-to-end for the chance at a transition bucket off of Macon.
What a run out by him. Beats the team down the court. Let's see. No one gets back. Throw down. Oh, big fella, you got to finish that at the rim. His mom and dad are here from Toronto. Son, please finish that for us. We want you to be on the highlights tonight.
Have to make his highlights at the line, where he's 2 for 2 so far. 72% this year at the free throw line for Maurice Walker.
That's the gift that he gives to Pitino. Most bigs can't shoot free throws, and he steps up to the line, especially late in games, and knocks them down. But you see the versatility already. The left-handed baby hook, the running of the floor, and the nice-looking free throw stroke.
Nate Mason, one of the best freshmen in a very talented group of freshmen in the Big Ten Conference. The jump over to Williams. Cedric Williams' three won't go, and the rebound to Nate Mason. He was excellent in the win over Furman on Monday. 4 threes, and more importantly, no turnovers. Wild shot there, though, for Mason. And C.J. Geddes with the rebound. Jordan Talley now against Nate Mason. Trying to cross over Spruill, can't get past King. 15 to shoot. Spruill has his pocket pick. Nate Mason with a steal. Run out, DeAndre Matthew. Matthew with a finger roll to give the Gophers the lead. Timeout taken by UNC Wilmington. DeAndre Matthew with the finger roll off the turnover, and the Gophers in front.
DeAndre Matthew, #1 in the Big Ten in assist-to-turnover ratio. But he gets the run out. You see the quick hands by Nate Mason. Mo Walker with the beautiful pass. Matthew says, I'm not passing this one. Give me some. Gophers on the run out.
Excellent work by Mason to start it and finish it. DeAndre Matthew, so strong. And our State Farm State of Success, the guy who started that transition opportunity. Nate Mason, the Big Ten Freshman of the Week. 10 steals last week, 14.5 points, and 6 of 10 from 3. And I think it's time, as we talk about all of these great freshmen in this league, that Nate Mason's name starts to come up. 10 points, 4 rebounds per game. Reigning Big Ten Freshman of the Week and the top scoring reserve in the conference. And another timeout has to be used as Hollins and Matthew trap the inbound.
Well, the Pitino family calls that the coffin corner for a reason, because if you get trapped right there, it's either a turnover or a timeout. But Melo Trimble, D'Angelo Russell, and James Blackman have been getting all the headlines, like you said, as the top freshman in the league. But Coach Pitino sounded just like you did right there last night. He said it's time to sound the alarm that Nate Mason is a big-time freshman, and he's been balling the last few games.
Well, it's an interesting matchup of these head coaches, because you know they know each other very well. Both together at Louisville with Rick Pitino, Richard Pitino, and Kevin Keats. There they are on Rick Pitino's bench, just to underline the fact that we're not making this up. There they are with the national championship trophy. They know each other, similar styles. Talent a little bit different in the two schools. And Richard Pitino's had an extra year to work with his kids and get them adapted to this style. It's a stark contrast to what UNC Wilmington did under Buzz Peterson.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Both coaches like to press. They like to recruit long athletes who can steal and defend. And both of them great hires for their programs.
How about that? 5-second call. That's the 6th turnover in 7 minutes for UNC Wilmington.
Coach Keats is shaking his head. It's so much easier to practice against the press than it is to play against the Gophers. They just are relentless defensively.
Hollins off good ball movement, cannot finish. The tip taken away by C.J. Geddes. Still just a 1-point game. Part of that, Minnesota's had more opportunities, but they're not connecting. 5 for 12 from the floor. And UNC Wilmington is. And they lead by 1. Now Matthew on the attack. All the way to the rim. DeAndre Matthew with 2 more.
DeAndre Matthew, too small to be playing in the Big Ten, but no one told him that. He doesn't listen to anybody. He's been told that his entire life.
And Spruill go with the three. UNC Wilmington sticking around because they're 7 of 9 from the floor. And a whistle and a foul coming up the floor against Jordan Talley. It'll be his first.
Jordan Talley, a very nice freshman, a true point guard. But you can see with UNC, if they don't turn the ball over and they get quality shots, they are a quality team. You see the wide open three in the corner, and I've noticed that watching the Gophers videos. They give up that baseline three-pointer too often. And once again, they got burned on it.
Elliot Eliason banging inside. Good post defense from Geddes. And the ball out of bounds off of C.J. Geddes. It'll belong to Minnesota with 23 to shoot. Gotta feel like if you're Minnesota, though, the opportunities you're getting, you're going to start cashing in on more of those. Mason off the inbound, tries the three, Geddes the rebound. Ponder will navigate up the floor. Pocket picked by Matthew and out of bounds. Another turnover. That's number 7 on the Seahawks of UNC Wilmington. Defensively, Minnesota forcing the turnovers, but trailing by 2.
Loosen it up. Got it. Nope. 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 I don't got it.
This is Trade Monster, nationally recognized with an award-winning trading platform. This is Trade Monster, customizable research and analysis designed to identify trade possibilities. This is Trade Monster, free webinars, education, live events, and more to enhance your trading. Trade Monster, no platform fees, no maintenance fees, and superior value on commissions. If you're an active stock, options, or futures trader, discover the power of Trade Monster.
Behold, we are in the presence of champions. Fantasy sports legends who have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars playing online. Meet Arlie Gonzalez. Average guy, superior sports knowledge. Picked a team in minutes and won enough to throw the party of a lifetime. In outer space. Former accountant Derek Bradley. DraftKings one-day fantasy football took him from a guy with holes in his underpants to a guy with bikini models in them.
How do we turn our love of fantasy sports into reality cash?
DraftKings.com. They have one-day games, so you're not locked in. It's like a new season every time you play. And best of all, you could win a shipload of money.
DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Use promo code TITLE to play and get free entry in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships this Sunday. Get to DraftKings.com now.
Basketball on BTN is presented by April Air. Feel good inside. And by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today. The Big Ten Digital Network is now BTN Plus, available on BTN to go. Subscribe to BTN Plus and gain access to hundreds of non-televised games and enjoy them on more platforms wherever you are. Get BTN Plus now, available on BTN to go. Kevin Kugler alongside Jess Settles. Happy holidays to you and yours as we welcome you back to Williams Arena, where the Gophers trailing in the early going by 2, 16-14, despite the fact that they forced 7 Wilmington turnovers in this first half.
Wilmington 7 for 9 from the floor, and many of their turnovers self-inflicted. If they could just handle the ball. They struggle with the pass, Kevin. Poor fundamentally, making the right pass, the two-handed bounce pass. And for Minnesota, Richard Pitino told his team last night they're getting too greedy defensively, trying to get steals instead of guarding their zone. And you can see the wide open shots for UNC so far against the Gophers.
Foul on Ponder a moment ago, his first, as Morris launches the three, cannot connect. The rebound out of bounds to UNC Wilmington, last touched by Bakari Konat, the freshman just off the bench. 6 of 16 for Minnesota. They've taken 7 more shots than UNC Wilmington, but UNC Wilmington actually has 1 more made field goal than Minnesota.
And that's the pace they want to play at. They want to pressure and they want to run. It's a 40-minute game. And over the 40 minutes, Richard Pitino thinks his guys can wear down UNC. They're right where they need to be. They just need to hit better, make open shots.
Dylan Sherwood off the bench for UNC Wilmington, the 6'9" junior. Jordan Talley now with 16 to shoot. Here's Sherwood. 10 on the shot clock. Shooting 52% from 3 is Sherwood. He can burn you from outside. Now Sproul with 4 on the shot clock. And another turnover. That's number 8. And again, Minnesota in the half court. Excellent defense.
Yeah, it's hard. Coach Keats going to his bench. Sproul's got to sit down. He just threw that to one of the cheerleaders. And once again, 8 turnovers. And give Minnesota some credit, but a couple of those have just been wild passes.
Morris, the dish to Mason. Now Eliason working against Geddes. And a whistle and a 3-second call. So the 3-second call to turnover. Bakari Konat pointing at himself saying that was on me. He is a guy who's still learning the game of basketball. Didn't start till age 13. Went through Spain, then went through Sunrise Christian Academy. Still learning the game. That pressure again creating problems at a foul. Gophers have not been called for a foul until right now. Andre Hollins with his first.
And there's Coffin corner. And I don't know how he split it, but the Gophers will give up a few fouls. There was a cheap reach right there, but UNC can't get the ball in that spot they're in right now. It wears the team out over 40 minutes.
Ponder looked like he was thrilled to get rid of that ball to Talley. Now back it goes. Freddie Jackson for 3. 8 for 10 from the floor and 3 for 4 from 3 for the Seahawks. So they have a 5-point lead.
Downtown Freddie Jackson, the leading scorer, only averaged 7 points last year, but has found his game this year. 16 points a game. That was a nice looking stroke as you see Hollins answer.
The big answer for Andre Hollins, who was playing through a little turf toe before the holiday. We talked with him before the game. He said he feels 100%. Ponder with the 3. That will not go, but an offensive rebound for Geddes. Rotate around Jackson for 3, and the second time's a charm. Jackson hits the 3, and UNC Wilmington up 5 at a timeout, Minnesota.
Well, that's the one guy on the scouting report that Richard Pitino wrote up that you can never leave. And Hollins got caught looking right there. Back-to-back 3-point shots for Jackson. The Gophers getting a chewing on that one.
Freddie Jackson, 10.3% better from 3 this year than his career numbers. And it's shots like that that are raising that average. 38% from behind the arc this year for Jackson.
I asked him before the game, what's been the difference? And he said it's been the confidence Coach Keats has in me. We're having fun this year. We're living on the road. We're getting to know each other. But if you're Minnesota and you're Hollins right there, you have to close out with the left hand up. Poor defense got him going early.
Join us at the half of the State Farm Halftime Report. My call, Sean Morris and Scooney Penn in studio with a busy weekend of Big Ten sports basketball and bowls. Join them at the half. Mason, the floater in transition, got it to roll down. Minnesota forcing transition even where there isn't transition. Ponder going the other way. Off the make, and Ponder takes it in and scores it. He's got 7. Walker inside, fouled by Geddes. And Mo Walker to the line.
Hey, Mason had the nice drive to the basket. And Minnesota in the half-court offense, once again, they get the ball inside and let the big fella get off early. He causes foul trouble. He's very difficult to guard. He's got both hands. Getting the bigs in foul trouble is big as we go across the game. But you see the nice free throw stroke. You just don't see that by big, strong kids anymore.
Geddes with his second foul. He's going to sit down, and that'll bring in Chuck Aboda, 6'9" sophomore. Walker with one more attempt at the line. He is 3 for 4 at the free throw line. And Freddie Jackson with the rebound. Craig Ponder against Andre Hollins. Ponder lost it and got it back. Fortunate there to keep that one. 15 to shoot for Ponder. Freddie Jackson against Charles Buggs. 8 on the shot clock. Jackson over Buggs. Offensive rebound and a new shot clock. They won't use it though. Malik Pugh for 3. UNC Wilmington cannot be denied. 7 points, their largest lead.
All because of an offensive rebound. Minnesota's been out-rebounded 6 games this year. And when you're playing zone defense, it's sometimes tough to get a body on them.
And a Boda with a rejection. Pugh on the run, coast to coast, can't get it. The follow is there for a Boda. And UNC Wilmington's up 9.
Another offensive rebound, a great run out. Gophers on the ropes a little here early. 8 minutes to go, down 9. Not where this crowd thought they'd end up.
Buggs trying to find some range, and he does. Big 3 for Minnesota and Charles Buggs. Now they can set up the pressure, and that one goes out of bounds off of Hollins. UNC Wilmington with a 6-point lead, and the Seahawks have struggled on the road this year, but to start things off after the holidays, the 3-point range has been there. Freddie Jackson can't get it, but they find it in the corner with Malik Pugh. The answer for Minnesota, some long-range shooting of their own. Charles Buggs bring the Gophers within 6.
If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2015 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $369 a month.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. 32 years of memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Behold, we are in the presence of champions. Fantasy sports legends who have earned hundreds of thousands of dollars playing online. Meet Arlie Gonzalez. Average guy, superior sports knowledge. Picked a team in minutes and won enough to throw the party of a lifetime. In outer space. Former accountant Derek Bradley. DraftKings one-day fantasy football took him from a guy with holes in his underpants to a guy with bikini models in them.
How do we turn our love of fantasy sports into reality cash?
DraftKings.com. They have one-day games, so you're not locked in. It's like a new season every time you play. And best of all, you could win a shipload of money.
DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Use promo code TITLE to play and get free entry in the $10 million Fantasy Football World Championships this Sunday. Get to DraftKings.com now.
UNC Wilmington by 6, 7:43 remaining in the first half. Jess Settles are getting it done on the glass in a big way.
Well, that was one of the weaknesses for Minnesota coming into the game. You see Jackson rise up for the jump shot. Ball's in the air, freeze it. And right here on the block, you see Mo Walker with a weak check out. He doesn't move his feet. The ball comes, he doesn't move his feet. The ball comes off the rim. An easy offensive rebound for the 3 in the corner. Second chance opportunities. That's how you win on the road. And when you're knocking them down the way UNCW is, there's big trouble in Minnesota right now in the first half.
Seahawks out-rebounding the Gophers 15-3. Dominating the glass right now.
Richard Pitino was really worried about that yesterday. He was all over his guys, especially his guards, to get in and help the bigs rebound.
Good ball movement again. Gets an easy jumper for Cedric Williams. And Wilmington back up by 6. By 8, rather, 31-23. Hollins inside. The floater won't go. Walker's tip up. Won't go again, but the third time works for Mo Walker.
Great job by Hollins of finding the weakness in the zone, flashing to the middle. Big Mo cleaning up his mess.
Gordon Talley. Back to Williams. Cedric Williams open. Cedric Williams a little strong, and Hollins the rebound. Hollins, good look ahead to Buggs. Dishing to Walker for the slam.
That's what you like to see, the unselfish play. Buggs, a great dunker, could have thrown that one down, but he wants to keep Big Mo Walker rolling. I've got your back, buddy, he said. Nice pass.
11 for Walker. Pugh trying to get a little fancy, throws it behind the back, and it's deflected out of bounds.
The run out, great pass ahead, and the touch pass, a two-fister by Mo Walker.
Awfully impressed, Jess, with how Maurice Walker's running the floor in this first half.
He really wants it. He's lost 70 pounds in the last couple of years. That's dedication, and you can see how it's paid off for him a couple times tonight, beating the other bigs down the floor. Very impressed with his improvement.
Malik Pugh with the miss. Morris the floater. It is good, and a foul.
Again, the Seahawks not getting back, and there's Matthew with another great pass. Morris not settling for the jumper. That's a very difficult shot to make. He's the second leading scorer on the team. And Coach Pitino told me yesterday at practice, we finally have guys now who can make plays by themselves, and you see the brilliant baseline runner right there. That's just something you can't coach.
Morris completes the three-point play, and Minnesota on a 10-2 run to draw within one. Addison Sproul, and a foul on the backcourt on Charles Buggs. Just a second team foul on Minnesota, first on Buggs. 6 fouls whistled against the Seahawks. Now Craig Ponder has had some turnover issues, especially very early in this game. Ponder trying to deal with DeAndre Matthew like a gnat swarming around as that shot's short. And up the floor quickly comes Matthew. Walker posting on a Boda. Turns with the left hand. It will not go, and Sproul with the rebound. The steal. Morris on the drive. The shot's good, and a foul. Gophers lead.
And that's Minnesota basketball. You saw the move by Walker, and then the thief, Matthew, leading the Big Ten in steals for a reason. There he puts the left-handed shot up. Oh, easy rebound, but you're never safe with Matthew around. Great penetration to his buddy Morris. That's how they get it done. No lead is safe. Big time sequence. Coach Pitino saying, that's how we do it, fellas.
First foul on Cedric Williams sends Carlos Morris back to the line. Good on the free throw. Three-point play complete. And now they'll have a chance to set up that pressure again.
Boy, did they erase that lead in a hurry.
Didn't take long. Malik Pugh has to back it out. 13-2 run for Minnesota. Now how do the Seahawks respond on the road? Ten to shoot, and another turnover. Carlos Morris will push. In the corner, Mason. Now Matthew on the drive to the rim. DeAndre Matthew got the roll. For Minnesota. It was a 31-23 ball game. And then Minnesota took over.
That's why it's so fun to have Richard Pitino and his staff in the Big Ten. You see a lot of what I call grab and grind games, but with the Gophers, it's up and down. There are so many runs. No lead is ever safe. Very entertaining.
And another turnover with the shot clock winding down, then a foul on Craig Ponder trying to stop the break. Second on Ponder. And that'll result in free throws on the other end. 1-and-1 opportunity for Minnesota.
Big Ten coaches hate to play against Minnesota. They want to be able to run their sets. Minnesota doesn't let you do that. They want to walk the ball up the court. Minnesota doesn't let you do that. So they're always in control of the tempo. They will give up a few fouls and a few layups to make these kind of runs. And this is Minnesota basketball at its best. They have an opportunity, Kevin, to make some noise in the upper half of the Big Ten because they can score it and they can turn you over.
Mason missing the front end of the one-and-one, and then out of bounds on the rebound is Freddie Jackson, and so the Gophers are going to get the possession. 11 turnovers. That was the 12th now for UNC Wilmington. Unbelievable.
Let's see if they try to get Mason shot or maybe bug something at the rim.
Matthew the three. And DeAndre Matthew lighting it up, just his 5th made three of the year. And Minnesota with a 38-31 lead and a 15-0 spurt. Ponder lost it again. Bugs to Morris. What a run out. Showtime in Minneapolis. It's a Gopher avalanche falling all over the Seahawks right now.
You see the steal. Mason with the no-look pass to Bugs. Another great pass off the glass. Bugs, the beautiful assist. The bench arises, and this crowd's going wild. Merry Christmas, Gopher fans.
UNC Wilmington's been handing out the presents. 13 first-half turnovers, and that is leading to an awful lot of Gopher points. 15 points off turnovers in the first half for Minnesota. And a bench that was a little concerned about 5 minutes ago is no longer concerned. Now Talley's got to deal with Biggs in the backcourt, or Bugs rather, and Charles Bugs commits his second personal foul. Timeout on the floor. What's happened in this first half? A lot of steals. DeAndre Matthew going the other way after the Morris rip. And then Morris finds Matthew. Rains down the three. And then the drive for Matthew. And Minnesota by 9.
Meat sticks? Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Snap into a tummy party. Snap into a Slim Jim.
That was close.
You ain't lying.
Let Quicken Loans help you save your money
with a mortgage that's engineered to amaze.
Ice cold Dr. Pepper here. Ice cold Dr. Pepper.
There you are. College football playoff trophy. Presented by Dr. Pepper. I know I'm not supposed to, but I just want to touch you. You were like the Greek god of trophies. Classic. Timeless. Wish I could host a party for you so I could introduce you to my friends.
Selfie.
What do you think you're doing?
I still see you, Larry. Ice cold Dr. Pepper, yeah? Ice cold Dr. Pepper.
Marie Callender's knows that your favorite Dutch apple pie starts with a golden, flaky crust, wedges of fresh Fuji apples, and a brown sugar streusel on top. So she made her Dutch apple pie just like that. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
Hit the hardwood for college hoops on BTN. Don't miss a moment of the excitement as Northwestern takes the floor for non-conference action. Big Ten basketball presented by April Air. Next on BTN and BTN to go.
Tonight, when the action ends, we start breaking it down on the Big Ten finale. In-depth highlights, interviews with players and coaches, and analysis from our hoops experts. The Big Ten finale, tonight only on BTN.
Hope you're enjoying a wonderful beautiful holiday season. Minnesota with a 9-point lead, 3:40 remaining in the first half, and our full day of hoops continues next with Northwestern taking on Northern Kentucky. Then the Terps, Buckeyes, and Illini all take the court as teams have a final tune-up booked for conference play. Coverage starts right after our game, presented by April Air on BTN and BTN to go. Busy day here on BTN. Of course, Wisconsin caps our weekend with a game tomorrow against Buffalo.
The Badgers had a nice road win at Cal. They've won at Marquette. They've won on neutral floors. They're obviously the team to beat in the Big Ten, but they're trying to get back to the Final Four. They're very impressive, and they're very deep this year.
Malik Pugh in traffic travel. And the turnover, number 14 for UNC Wilmington in this first half.
We said they need about 10 for the game. With 3 minutes to go, they have 14, and that was the key for them, to be able to handle the pressure. And they have definitely turned the ball over too much, but so many times just not even being pressured.
Jordan Talley with his third personal foul. Join us at the half of the State Farm Halftime Report. Mike Hall is there. Sean Morris is there. Scooney Penn is there. To talk about a busy weekend of Big Ten sports, both basketball and bowl games. Our State Farm Halftime Report.
I think Scooney Penn had 14 total turnovers his senior year, right?
Maybe high.
He was one guy you really couldn't pressure.
What? Richard Pitino has not found a guy that he can't pressure in this game yet. They have stolen it 10 times, forced 14 first-half turnovers, and Carlos Morris gives Minnesota a double-digit lead, 42-31. This team was down 31-23 as Carlos Morris commits the personal, his first. Bugs has 2, Morris 1, and Hollins 1, 4 total for Minnesota.
And the pressure for Minnesota speeds up an offense. It makes guards, as you've seen, lose their minds. They force bad shots. And we're not even in the second half where it starts to wear a team out. So UNC losing their legs at the same time being turned over. They have to settle down here and get high percentage shots, work the shot clock, and try to grind out this first half here and keep this game within single digits.
Over 4 minutes without a point for UNC Wilmington for a team that was red hot to start.
That's a great dribble drive and kick. You got to knock that down on the road, but that's good offense.
Offensive rebound, though, and Ponder on the attack. Can't get there, and a foul. A lot of bodies inside. The foul going on Andre Hollins, and that'll be his second.
And once again, the Achilles heel for Minnesota going into the conference, rebounding. And he's making the substitution. These fellas, you have to fundamentally check out. The offensive rebounds and second chance points don't allow Minnesota to get out and run, which is what they do best.
Malik Pugh. Backing it out. This UNC Wilmington offense struggling mightily. The no-look down the baseline. Good extra pass to Abota to break the run. Long pass to Mason. Mason driving inside. No! Walker's tip jam won't go, and a foul. Second on Cedric Williams, and it sends Mo Walker back to the line where he's 3 for 5 today.
Once again, running the court well. Big Mo's got to finish those dunks right there. But even on the offensive putback at one end, UNC not getting back. And Matthew will punish a team. They like to push the ball. They've scored 80 points the last 6 games. They're setting all kinds of scoring records. Don't admire your shot against the Gophers, or you'll get flushed on at the other end within a few seconds.
Walker with a pair. 44-33, and a kick by Charles Buggs. You got to wonder if Kevin Keats isn't sitting there thinking, oh, so this is what it was like for those opponents against Louisville all those years.
Boy, it was unfair. He was voted the 3rd best assistant coach in America last year by his peers. A relentless recruiter. He already has a great class coming in for next year. But it's a different level of talent when you go out on your own to build your own program. A Final Four and a national championship at Louisville. He's had a heck of a run. A tremendous guy. If you're buying stock in coaches, put some in this guy. In the next few years, this team's going to be loaded.
Well, he coached at Hargrave Military Academy for 10 years, and I challenge you to find too many top programs over the years that haven't had a Hargrave product or two float through their program.
David West, who's with the Pacers, Josh Howard, who was in the NBA a long time. The list goes on and on. He knows how to develop guys, but he always beats people on the recruiting trail as well.
Another turnover, 3 for Buggs, rolls home. That is a home rim roll for Charles Buggs. That pressure again, 14-point lead, 27-4 run for Minnesota. Jackson blocked by Eliason. And a jump ball is going to be called. Possession arrow will favor Minnesota, but now he's going to be overruled. The foul is called instead of the jump.
And once again, an offensive rebound, and that's what they have to work on before conference starts. You see Buggs, and he's one of the X factors going into conference play. He's been so unselfish early in this game, but he's got to knock down the open jumper, and he's one of the better athletes in the league, plays above the rim. If he's hitting that outside jumper, just another weapon for Pitino.
6 points for Buggs in this one. Walker leading the way with 13. Morris has 12.
See if UNC can get Jackson an open look off a dribble drive. That's been what's working for him. Penetration and kick.
There's the kick to Pugh. Pugh knifing down the baseline, able to get the roll. Nice move by Pugh, kind of slithering down amongst the bigs.
Thought he gave up the easy shot for a tougher one, but he knew what he was doing. A nice looking freshman.
Buggs again for 3. Hits it again. You can sense the confidence from Charles Buggs right now.
Charles Buggs from downtown. What a weapon.
First game in doubles for Buggs. When he gets one more, he's got 9. Mason a little bit short. Morris on the drive off the miss. Looking easy right now for the Gophers. And a technical foul has been assessed to Kevin Keats and the UNC Wilmington bench.
And Coach Keats frustrated. He wanted the call there. But the reality is his guards have not been able to handle this pressure. Once again, he does not have a true point guard. He's got a lot of shooting guards trying to bring the ball up the court. Not a bad technical for him, maybe to change the momentum a little, but it's been all Gophers. Attacking the rim, getting steals. And Charles Buggs, a big first half.
3 for 3 from behind the arc for Charles Buggs, matching his high of 9 against Georgia. He's still got a half to go. So limited time last year, averaged under 2 points per game. And played just 7 minutes a game a year ago. Had the offseason knee surgery. And Richard Pitino will tell you he's got a ton of potential. It's just a matter of him putting it all together. Maybe this is one of those games where we're starting to see things get put together for Charles Buggs.
No question. He had a wonderful practice last night. Really worked hard. I was here last year for the Iowa game when he went off for about 18 points in the first half. So it is in there. He's young, he's maturing, and he's shown you everything today. And I especially like the unselfish passing to the bigs to get his buddies involved.
Ponder with 10 to shoot. 7 on the shot clock. Stripped by Mason off the leg and out of bounds to Minnesota. Another turnover. That makes 16 turnovers for UNC Wilmington in the first half.
So you got 8 seconds here. Let's see what play they run to work on scoring before the half. Well, it's a busted play now.
And a turnover right back to UNC Wilmington with numbers. And there's Matthew to save the 2.
No one in the country can run down a loose ball faster than this kid, Matthew. He has his hand on every 50-50 ball. Right when you think you have a layup, he comes out of nowhere. Amazing speed and even better effort.
Ponder on the inbound to Pugh. Hughes guarded three is good. And that gives UNC Wilmington a little bit of a boost. But what a run at the end of the first half for Minnesota. Our score, 54-38 Gophers. We'll head to Chicago after the break for the State Farm halftime report with Mike, Sean, and Scooty.
I want to pump you up.
No. We want to pump you up like
that's
that.
it.
You put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
I want to pump you up.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That was terrible.
This is not a joke. Let's try it again.
I want to pump you up.
It's like we're talking to a wall.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of sick game you're playing.
Knock. Hello.
I want to pump you up.
I can't do this anymore.
Training is hard. Saving is easy. Get a discount double check today.
If you've ever wondered how you're going to survive another harsh winter, or stay dry from torrential rain showers, or savor the last warm rays of sun, step inside the Jeep Grand Cherokee and wonder no more. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever.
Attention, this is a medical alert for boys and young men who took the prescription drug Risperdal for at least 30 days while they were still children and have been diagnosed with gynecomastia or pseudogynecomastia. The drug Risperdal has been prescribed to children to treat schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, autism, or behavioral issues associated with autism. This drug has also been linked to childhood and adolescent male breast enlargement, or gynecomastia, and other very serious side effects. If you, your child, or someone you know started taking Risperdal while they were under the age of 18 and developed gynecomastia or abnormal breast tissue, then you or your loved one may be entitled to substantial compensation. How do you protect yourself and fight for the compensation you deserve? You choose the right legal team that has the experience, legal talent, support staff, and resources to get you the most compensation for your injuries. Time may be limited to file a claim, so call our toll-free number for more information and a free case review. Call now.
What a strange and fascinating first half we had, huh? Look at the Seahawks go. Freddie Jackson for three, and everything's going great for the visitors. And then this happens, the comeback of